The following is a presentation of 912 Sports.
.912 Sports welcomes you to the 2023 All Sports Player of the Year Award Show. Tonight, we celebrate athletic excellence in 13 diverse sports, from baseball to flag football, golf to soccer, track and field to wrestling, large schools and small, including both boy and girl athletes. Hosted by Sean Smoke, Kevin Price, Robbie Ross, this special 912 Sports presentation is brought to you by Coastal Pines Technical College, Go Coastal, Prime South Bank, Find Your Prime, Robbie Robertson Ford, because Fords are cheaper in the swamp, Gibson Animal Clinic, practical solutions with reasonable fees, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, the region's best orthopedic care, and Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with eXp Realty. Now, here's the publisher of 912 Sports Magazine, Sean Smoke.
Welcome, sports fans, and thanks for watching the 2023 All Sports Player of the Year Award Show presented by 912 Sports. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, and on tonight's show, we'll recognize 37 deserving student athletes from around the 912 coverage area, whom we feel are the Player of the Year in their respective sports. Through being embedded in high school sports around the 912, talking to coaches, and the 912 staff pouring over data and statistics, we feel we have a great group of winners for this evening's show. So gather the family, call the neighbors, and sit back and enjoy the show. We'll be right back here with Kevin Price, lead writer and podcast host for the 912 Sports, after these messages. You're watching the 2023 All Sports Player of the Year Award Show.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Across.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Good evening. My name is Cliff Knowlton, and I'm the market president at Prime South Bank. We'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the award winners at tonight's banquet. Next, we would like to thank Sean and his team at 912 Sports for all that they do for the local athletes in our community. At Prime South Bank, we value community, and we love this opportunity to be able to give back to our athletes and all that they've accomplished. We hope you will continue to find your prime.
Welcome back. I'm Kevin Price. I have the pleasure of starting off our award show tonight with our first group of awards. So let's get it started right now, and we'll throw it out starting with baseball. A guy who plays infield and outfield, this player also swings a big bat. He spent most of the season hitting over 500 for his team while also leading his team in several offensive categories. He hit for the Cycle in a region game against Effingham, belting a home run in his final at-bat to complete the feat. He was also 6 for 10 with 8 RBIs in 3 games against rival Brunswick High to begin region play. He is a big reason why his team is playing in the Class 6A Sweet 16 this weekend. He will play college baseball at Georgia College and State University starting next season. The Player of the Year for large schools in baseball is Hank Noonan from Glen Academy. A three-position player for his team, this player batted over .400 during the regular season. A junior, he also produced good power numbers at the plate. His team is a contender for the Class A Division II state title, with the state tournament now getting underway. The Player of the Year for small schools in baseball is Cole Crawford from Charlton County. Now we move on to basketball. A Georgia Athletic Coaches Association All-State pick and an All-Region performer, this player led his team with a 19.6 per game scoring average while also pulling down 7 rebounds a game. After helping his team to a runner-up finish in Region 2 6A and also the second round of the Class 6A state tournament, while scoring more than 1,000 points in his career, this senior standout has several offers to play college basketball next season. The Player of the Year in boys basketball for large schools is Kamarion Johnson from Brunswick High School. A three-point specialist, or small school Player of the Year, has already scored more than 1,000 points in his high school career in just 2 seasons. The sophomore actually made a last-second three-point shot in the Class A Division II semifinal that sent his team to the state title game. The team actually finished second after losing the state championship in a close game and also won a region title this season. The Player of the Year in boys basketball for small schools for the second straight year is Jarvis Wright from Charlton County. Now we move to girls basketball. This player won the Region 2 6A Player of the Year honor a second straight season while helping her team to the Class 6A Final Four and also another region title this winter. She averaged 12.2 points and almost 7 rebounds a game and was also a tremendous defender. After scoring over 1,000 points in her prep career, she also will move on now to play college basketball. The Player of the Year in girls basketball for large schools is Shamaya Flanders from Brunswick High School. Our small school honoree led her team to the Class A Division II state title this season. She was a 3-year starter, 2-time Region Offensive Player of the Year, 3-time first-team All-Region pick, and 2-time All-State pick. This year, she was also the MVP of the state semifinal game. She scored over 1,000 points in her career while averaging right at 19 points a game the last 2 years. She recently signed with Columbia State Community College in Tennessee. The Player of the Year in girls basketball for small schools is Amayon Grady from Clinch County. Now we move to cross country, starting with boys cross country. The top large school runner in Southeast Georgia was a state champion this fall. He won the individual title in the Class 7A state meet in Carrollton back in November, crossing the finish line in the 5K race in 16 minutes and 21.93 seconds. The runner of the year in boys cross country for large schools is Memphis Rich of Richmond Hill. The standout runner for small schools here in the 912 finished 15th overall in the Class A Division I state championship. He finished in a time of 17 minutes and 37.80 seconds. The runner of the year in boys cross country for small schools is Dylan Dixon from Bacon County. Now for girls cross country. The top runner for the largest schools here in Southeast Georgia finished 17th overall in the Class 7A state championship meet. She ran the 5K race in 20 minutes and 29.26 seconds as a freshman. The runner of the year in girls cross country for large schools is Jolie Mitchell, also from Richmond Hill. The top runner for small schools in the 912 area code finished 7th overall in the Class AA state meet back in November. She ran in the 5K race there in 20 minutes and 54.85 seconds to record a top 10 finish. The runner of the year in girls cross country for small schools is Georgia Meredith from Vidalia High School. That wraps up our first set of awards. A lot more awards to get to, so stay with us. Come back after this commercial break. We'll hand out more hardware, but first, these messages from our sponsors.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Hello, I'm Robbie Robertson, owner of Robbie Robertson Ford of Waycross. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate this year's winners of the 912 Sports All Sports Awards. You've been chosen as the best among your peers for the hard work and dedication you have done to your sport. Take the same enthusiasm and work ethic into your future endeavors, and life will serve you well. Congratulations from Robbie Robertson Ford on being a winner. Best of luck to you as you move forward in life, and remember, Fords are cheaper in the swamp here at Robbie Robertson Ford of Waycross.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Welcome back. Again, I'm Kevin Price. Let's get back out to giving out some hardware. I'll start my second segment with golf, and we'll start with boys golf. The Large School Golfer of the Year plays for a contender for the Class 4A state championship. He also is set to play golf beyond high school, as he will join NAIA Power College of Coastal Georgia, which has won national championships in the recent past. He has a 72.1 stroke average this season, and outside of prep competition, he also has won back-to-back club championships at his home course the last 2 years. The Player of the Year in boys golf for large schools is Antonio Warbe from Wayne County. Now, the small school golfer of the year is the son of a winner on the PGA Tour, and he too appears destined for success as he moves beyond high school golf. He is having a good prep season and good career right now, which includes a strong 2023 season. He had a 69 stroke average going into the GIAA state tournament, which actually was taking place earlier this week. He also shot a 64 during a competitive round this season. The Player of the Year in boys golf for small schools is Jackson Bird from Frederica Academy. Now, girls golf. The Large School Golfer of the Year plays for one of the top teams in Southeast Georgia, and also a team that will go for the state championship a second time here this coming month. She helped her team to the Class 6A title last spring and will play in the number 1 position in the lineup at this year's state tournament. With a stroke average of 78 for the season, she is also set to play collegiate golf at the University of North Georgia. The Player of the Year in girls golf for large schools is Chanley Box from Glen Academy. The top golfer in Southeast Georgia's smaller schools plays for another perennial power here in Southeast Georgia. She finished third in the Class AA state tournament last year while leading her team to another state championship. This year, she is competing in the Class AAA ranks as a sophomore. The Player of the Year in girls golf for small schools is Mackenzie Cannell from Pierce County. Now for the sport of riflery. This shooter just completed her junior season, and with still a full year to go in high school, she already rates as the top shooter in her high school's history. This year, she led her team to its first ever state championship. Her individual score was the third best at the state championship competition and was part of a new state team record by her team. This sharpshooter also competes in national and international competition and holds several national records. Our shooter of the year in the sport of riflery is Daniela Jordan DeJesus from Camden County. Now we go to soccer. We'll start with boys soccer. The top player for large schools plays on a team that won another region title this season, lost just one regular season game to a region rival, and played its way into the Elite Eight of the Class 6A tournament with a match in the Elite Eight this week. A standout and leading scorer for his team, this senior midfielder is the top player in Region 2-6A for the 2023 season. The player of the year in boys soccer for large schools is Harrison Lee from Glen Academy. Our small school top player also plays for a team that competed in the Elite Eight earlier this week in Class A. The senior standout scored over 20 goals this spring for a team that won a region title and lost just one game during the regular season. The player of the year in boys soccer for small schools is David Hernandez of Bacon County. Now girls soccer. The best player for large schools also played on the region title team this season. This team made an appearance in the Class 6A Sweet 16. She scored over 30 goals this spring as a junior and, of course, will be back next season. The player of the year in girls soccer for large schools is Eliza Meter from Glen Academy. The top player in Southeast Georgia for small schools is also a team that played in the Elite Eight this week. She tied her own school record with 41 goals in the regular season and broke that record with 3 goals in her team's state tournament win last week. She also is now a 3-time Region Player of the Year, and as a multi-sport standout, she will be featured in our May issue of 912 Sports Magazine. The Player of the Year in girls soccer for small schools is Maddie McMahon of McIntosh County Academy. So that wraps up my segment of the awards, but still a lot more to get to as we hand out more hardware. Sean Smoke will do the honors on the other side of this break. So stay with us, more to get to here on our award show for 2023.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
Hey, I'm Dr. Rusty Gibson of Gibson Animal Clinic. I want to congratulate all of tonight's winners. Your effort and hard work did not go unnoticed. I use the word effort because I believe results are a product of effort. Remember, all the extra effort you put into becoming the player of the year in your sport, and apply that same effort in whatever you choose to do in life. If you do, I guarantee you will be successful. You use that sport as a springboard for success. Congratulations once again to all the players of the year from all of us here at Gibson Animal Clinic.
Welcome back, sports fans. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, and it's my honor to announce the Player of the Year for girls softball for large schools. Here are a few words used by her coach to describe this junior softball player: leader, competitor, committed, and strong work ethic. She was named a Region 1 5A Player of the Year, and now is the Player of the Year for large schools in softball. Reagan Dixon of the Ware County Lady Gators. Going on to small schools softball. As a freshman, she burst onto the scene to lead her team to the 3A state title in softball. As a sophomore this season, she continues to be recruited by every top program in the country. The Player of the Year for small schools for softball for the second year in a row is Presley Harrison for the Appling County Lady Pirates. This swimmer is the 2022 and 2023 Greater Savannah Swim Team 50 and 500 freestyle region champion, a 4-year qualifier for state and the captain of his team. He finished 8th at state this year in the 100 free with a time of 47 seconds or 47.16 seconds. The male swimmer of the year is Aiden Gray of the Richmond Hill Wildcats. And now on to girls swimming. When she started swimming as a freshman, she had never even been in a swimming pool. Her coach calls her a natural. She qualified for 3 separate events at this year's state. She finished 16th in the 50 free with a time of 25.12. The female swimmer of the year is London Best of the Richmond Hill Wildcats. This senior has not lost since he was a sophomore, going 57-1, playing in his team's #1 seed spot. He'll be furthering his academic and tennis career at Georgia Southern in the fall. The boys tennis player of the year for large schools is Holden Hall of the Statesboro Blue Devils. Currently, this junior is a 3-year starter. He's playing the #1 for this season, compiling a 13-2 overall record, and he's helped lead his team deep into the AA state playoffs, which are currently still going on. He's got over 50 career wins to his credit. The boys tennis player of the year for small schools is Ben Smith of the Brantley County Herons. Now we'll go into girls tennis. She's ranked in the top 50 freshmen in the state. She's won all but 2 of her 2023 matches and has D1 potential according to her coach. The girls tennis player of the year for large schools is Emily Robinson of the Camden County Lady Wildcats. Now moving on to small schools. This sophomore moved to her #1 team position this season and went 18-1 overall and undefeated in region play. She was named the Region 3 AA Player of the Year for her accomplishments. The Player of the Year for tennis for small schools is Brooklyn Wiles of the Brantley County Herons. Hey, we'll be back to announce the Player of the Year for track and field, girls volleyball, wrestling, and finally girls flag football. So stick around, we'll be right back after these messages.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
Good evening. My name is Lonnie Roberts. I'm president of Coastal Pines Technical College. On behalf of the college, I want to take this opportunity to extend our congratulations to all of the 912 Sports Award recipients at this year's All Sports Award Show. You know, someone once said, better is not an accident, stronger is not a gift, faster is not a coincidence, and tougher is not an act. It's all a choice. Thank you for choosing to be better, stronger, faster, and tougher, and setting an example for your students, fellow students, and for all of us.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Welcome back. Now let's go to the track. He is currently the defending state champ in the high jump. His talent has garnered him a scholarship to the University of Georgia as one of the best in the nation. The Player of the Year for boys track and field for large schools going back-to-back is Ryan Rankin of the Brunswick High Pirates. Now on to small schools. He won 4 golds at the Region 3 AA track meet, first in the 200 meter, first in the 400 meter, first in the 4x200 relay, and first in the 4x400 relay, and won the High Point medal for his region. Same school, different star. This year's Player of the Year for boys track and field for small school is Camden Hickox of the Appleton County Pirates. And now on to girls track and field. Distance is her specialty. She won multiple events in the 800 meter, the 1600 meter, and the 3200 meter. And she won as part of the 4x800 meter to boot. In the events that she didn't win, she finished no worse than second. The girls track and field Player of the Year for large schools is Keely Holloway of the Ware County Gators. Our next winner never placed lower than second in the 100 meters, 200 meters, or the 4x100 race for the entire 2023 season. Plus, she's solid in the long jump. The Player of the Year for girls track and field for small schools is Jada Patterson of the Pierce County Lady Bears. On to volleyball. This volleyball player led her team to the Sweet 16 in the state playoffs. In addition, she's committed to Tulane University to further her academic and volleyball careers. The Volleyball Player of the Year for large schools is Riley Mansfield of the Glen Academy Red Terrors. She had 52 aces with 90% serving percentage, 71 kills, and 63 assists. This two-time winner helped lead her team to the Sweet 16 for volleyball in the state AA playoffs. For the second year in a row, our Player of the Year for small schools in volleyball is Vera Kate Tyre of the Appleton County Pirates. All right, on to wrestling. He was close as a sophomore, but got it done as a junior, winning his first 6A state championship in traditional wrestling. His coach thinks his dedication and commitment could help him go back-to-back in the state championships. The Player of the Year for boys large school wrestling is Anthony Lowe of the Brunswick High Pirates. This young man became the third wrestler in his school's history to be crowned a state champion. The senior won the AA 215-pound state title back in February of 2023. He went 35-3 in his senior season. The Player of the Year for small school wrestling is Jaden Lyons of the Pierce County Bears. Same school, different wrestler. She wrestles in the ultra competitive 120-pound weight class and had 21 pins for the season and 16 of those pins against her male opponents. She wrestled her way to a 5th place finish at state this year. The Player of the Year for girls wrestling is Evie Brown of the Ware County Gators. This quarterback led her team into the state playoffs for their first 2 seasons. She was part of the first ever GACA girls flag football game this year at Glen County Stadium, and she participated in the Elite 11 camp in Orlando a few weeks ago. Your 2-time Player of the Year for flag football is Kylie Sizemore of the Lone County Blue Tide. Don't go anywhere, fans. We'll be right back after these messages.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Welcome back, sports fans, and thanks for watching tonight's program. Kevin, we put another season to bed. The All Sports Awards have been handed out. Everybody may not agree with all of them, but look, we did a diligent job here of trying to pick these winners today.
Yeah, it's never easy. I mean, we're in an area where, we have a lot of good teams, a lot of good athletes. If you go back to the football show that we did in the fall to wrap up the first half of the school year, tough decisions just in that sport alone.
Exactly.
So when you start getting all the schools involved in all the various sports, everybody's good at different things. We have certain teams that are really strong in certain sports here in Southeast Georgia in our coverage area, and just a lot of hard decisions have to be made. But it's not just us. We get the coaches involved and some other competitors involved and try to make the best decision we can. And the way it is, there's only one piece of hardware for the player of the year, but certainly in a lot of these sports, a lot of good competition for that player of the year honor, and that speaks volumes about the caliber of kids we have competing down there.
Exactly. But hey, congratulations to all the winners from me and the whole entire 912 staff. We really, would like to send our congratulations to you. You worked hard, you dedicated yourself to your sport, and you were chosen as a player of the year. Hey, listen, if you're out there and you didn't win, hey, it's always next year for the underclassmen to come back and give it another shot there. But I want to give a special shout out and a special thanks to the incredible sponsors of tonight's show. Without these sponsors, this show would not have happened. We'd like to thank Coastal Pines Technical College, Prime South Bank, Robbie Robertson Ford, Gibson Animal Clinic, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, and Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with eXp Realty. Again, we really appreciate everything you guys do, not only for this show, but for 912 Sports in general. A lot of our winners, Kevin, will be in the new magazine coming out, the May-June issue, so it'll be on newsstands soon, so you guys be on the lookout for that. But I also want to thank Kevin Price, Robbie Ross, Kevin Thomas, and Jeff Coppman, and all the 912 staff for making this show successful. I appreciate everybody's hard work. Kevin, appreciate everything you do for 912 Sports. And again, without these guys, this magazine would never get out, the show would never get out. But we'll see you guys next Thursday and every Thursday right here on Air with 912 Sports. So if you're not watching, tune in every Thursday at 7 o'clock on Facebook Live and catch us on 912 Sports, on Air with 912 Sports. But that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Appreciate it. Until next time, may all your check marks go in the win column. Good night, everybody.
This has been a presentation of 912 Sports.